What up? Today we're going to talk about how I got the job at McDonald's and just how it was working at the job at McDonald's and kind of sort of why I chose that job for the moment. Anyways, so that was like a few months ago. I was working at McDonald's. I worked there probably about 6 months. Anyways, so during the time I went to a place called Hello Work. It's like a government agency and it's everywhere in Japan. There's a Hello Work here in Kobe, there was one in Osaka, definitely one over in Tokyo, anywhere around there. Hello Work, look it up. I went to Hello Work, you register there, they give you a card, all that stuff. I was looking for English jobs at the moment, you know? But there wasn't anything available at the moment, so I was just like, okay, what else do you have? And they had a lot of construction jobs. I wasn't really in the construction jobs, but I was like, yeah, just go ahead and let's try to apply for them anyways. I think there was like 2 or 3 of them. Anyway, so the lady called the companies and basically asked, is it okay if the foreigner works for you? She never even got to the point of saying like, hey, this foreigner speaks Japanese very Jozo or anything like that. They were just like, no, we don't hire foreigners, flat out. I was just like, really? So like, discrimination is very blunt in Japan. Hopefully the worker's smart enough not to tell you that part and just kind of say, oh, the jobs were already taken. You're like, okay, so you don't really feel bad. I didn't feel bad, I didn't care. My goal is to get a job, and that was the she's like, what else would you be interested in? I was like, hotel work? And there wasn't really any. And finally I was just like, McDonald's? You know, I was just like, cause I was thinking like, cause I have to watch Emily, like, you know, most of the time, because Yukiko's working full time, right? Emily goes to school, but she's out of school by 3. I was like, I can work at McDonald's for like a few hours, and I can, you know, practice my Japanese, and be done with my work, so I can take care of my child, you know. So I was like, okay, McDonald's is fine. And then they called McDonald's. McDonald's like, yeah, you know, send them over and stuff like that. Interview. A week later, I was working there, and they worked with my schedule quite a bit. I mean, the pay wasn't high, it's McDonald's, but they worked with my schedule. So if I said I only work Monday and Thursday, they're like, okay. If I said I can only work weekends, they're like, okay. They love that, actually. If I said I can only work every single day from 10 to 1 p.m., they're like, okay. So they're very flexible. I went there like the first day to their back office. The office in McDonald's is like split. It was like literally like 2 blocks apart, okay? Anyways, went to the office. They gave me the change of clothes, or, you know, fitting me for my clothes. And they have like a changing room in the office. And this is at every single office in McDonald's in Japan. In America, we don't have that. So, yeah, so you're expected to go there in your normal clothes, a normal attire. And then once you get there, you change into your clothes in the changing room, right? Which will take extra time, which I thought that kind of sucked. But I was like, it's only like 15 minutes from my house. Not a big deal, because I just took my bike, right? For me in particular, they put me in grill. You have positions. You can be in the front counter with customers, you know, cleaning the front area, take care of that spot. There's usually like 3 people there. And then there was a manager on the side managing everything, like operations. And maybe 2 people on the way back cleaning. And then there was like maybe 2 to 3 people in grill at all times. Me, I was always in grill. Grill means making burgers and cooking the meat and bringing the food to, you know, if we run out of food, we have to go grab it real quick, right? Because we gotta keep the food cooking, keep it going, keep the line going, keep it moving. So I was always in grill. From the start, they put me on the bun toaster. That just means you insert buns. So they wanted to teach me the sandwiches. I learned like all sandwiches like within 2 hours, and I got bored. And they're like, do you want to make hamburgers? I was like, yeah, sure. And then they put me in making the burgers. That was a lot more interesting, fun. So I did that, and I became very, very fast at it. So they put me there most of the time. Like 99% of the time, they put me there because I was the fastest in the whole store. Sometimes they put me on grill cooking, which kind of sucked. I did it, but it did suck. But it was kind of a vacation. You know, you have to go like at a certain pace, but it's not as fast as the sandwiches. And they're really, really, they're really particular about how you wrap the sandwiches. like you have to wrap it like this with your hand in a circle, so when it wraps, it makes the sandwich round. I'm like, my head's just like, I was like, okay, I'll do it. Did it. Okay, no problem. Nice, at least the ones that I could speak to. When I was in grill, we'd always joke around with whoever was back in grill. And these were other like managers and stuff like that. Like people up front, I didn't talk to them very much. It was like America, the front people were typically only girls. Don't ask me why. Maybe girls bring in more customer, maybe they bring in more businessmen, I don't know. Or maybe they're just more preferred because they're cutie voices. Not sure, but the guys were usually in back more. So, and we'd practice English/Japanese. I call it Jinglish. It improved after about, I would say, 3 months, because people started realizing that I can speak some Japanese. They thought I couldn't, so they just didn't really speak to me that much. They use the universal hand signals where it's like this, and the bunny hop into the forest, and go get the bird, the Toliniku, and then put the nuggets down. That's what it was like for like the first few months. And eventually I was just like, I just started speaking Japanese, and they're like, oh, okay, you speak some Japanese, okay, we're good. Yeah, so overall I'd say it was a fairly positive experience for the most part. And like when I compare that to English, that kind of just blows my mind. It's like I had a better experience at McDonald's than I did teaching English. Their break rules are completely different. America, what is it? 8 hours, you get a half-hour break. If you're lucky, the company's really nice, maybe an hour break. And then every 4 hours you get like a 10-minute break. Yeah, it doesn't apply here, okay? So it can be tough working here, especially if you're working part-time in shorter shifts. So if you do work 6 hours, you will get a half-hour break. But if you work 8 hours, you still only get a half-hour break. There's no 10 minutes, you know, breaks at all. So that's one of the tough things about working here. A few of the cool things were like, just the food menu changed like every month. I'm sure in America does too, but like it changed like dramatically. They had all sorts of weird things, weird shakes and stuff. I didn't actually try half the stuff, but like they would actually give us samples of the food and back as we're working. They're like, do you want to taste this? You want a sample? They'll take the new mega burger, cut it up, and be like, here. I'm just like, no. Yeah, the toys. If you like anime or manga, like they had Dragon Ball Z, they had Pokemon, Sailor Moon, Hello Kitty. They would have very Japanese anime-like toys, which I thought was really cool. Because in America, you get the same old stuff. I'm not bashing America. I love America. Yeah, Hot Wheels, Barbies, Legos, Transformers, stuff like that. But you know, in America, McDonald's, you never get Goku doing a super Kamehameha, you know? So I thought that was kind of cool. Oh yeah, sorry. Training wise, they didn't really train me. I'm not exactly sure why. I feel like it's just because they didn't think I could speak Japanese, and they knew I had previous experience in McDonald's in America, so I didn't get trained too much, which I thought that kind of sucked. I told them that. I was like, talk to the assistant, I was just like, do you guys train here? Like, usually there's training videos they show in the beginning. She's like, oh, do you want to watch the videos? They're all in Japanese. I was like, no, that's cool. I'd prefer, like, if you'd actually train me, because I would like to progress, you know? Maybe be on fries, and maybe finally be up front. You know, I do enjoy opportunity, just like anyone else. So I did get a little training after that. Anyways, but it was a good part-time job, especially if you're in Japan here, and you just want to work small hours, any hours you want, compared to working other part-time jobs where it's hours they want. So anyways, peace until next video.